I'm San Diego County Sheriff Bill Gore. What you're about to see is traumatic body-worn camera footage involving one of our deputies who was exposed to fentanyl during his patrol shift.
You're okay. Don't be sorry. There's nothing to be sorry about. I got you, okay? I'm not gonna let you die. I'm not gonna let you die. It's okay. Just focus on your breathing, okay? Focus on it. I need Narcan! I'm Corporal Scott Crane from the San Diego County Sheriff's Department. My trainee was exposed to fentanyl and nearly died. It was our first radio call of the day, and this was Deputy Faiivae's radio call. He found a white substance that he suspected was drugs.
It's a powder.
It could be cocaine or fentanyl.
It tested positive for fentanyl. That stuff's no joke, dude. It's super dangerous. I was like, hey, dude, too close. You can't get that close to it. A couple seconds later, he took some steps back and he collapsed. I ran over to him and I grabbed him, and he was ODing. And I went to my trunk, I grabbed the Narcan, came down to him, grabbed him, and I did one nasal spray in one nostril, opened the other one, another nasal spray in the other one.
I remember just not feeling right, and then I fall back, and I don't remember anything after that.
Yo, this is the Scarcity Studios YouTube channel. Please don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe. And our sponsors at Alpha Claims and Hire Birmingham, the leading and best accident management company. Get a replacement car anywhere in 1 hour. I really appreciate you joining me today, and this story you would have seen definitely in your newsfeed at some point this week. It comes from America, and it's about a police officer who allegedly overdosed after exposure to fentanyl, which is a drug that is 50 times more powerful than heroin. What has emerged since then is criticism by health experts to say that this did not happen. The American media ran with this story. They got millions of views on YouTube and their websites saying that this police officer overdosed on fentanyl, but at no point did they ask any expert or doctor professional. And it has since emerged now that the San Diego County Sheriff Bill Gore has faced sharp criticism from health experts after the video emerged that said the officer overdosed from fentanyl exposure. And he admitted that he was not a doctor, and he was the one that said that this was the case. Experts challenged Gore after finding the 4-minute video was released and saying that it fueled a misunderstanding about drug use and the dangers posed by fentanyl. So what they mean is that the media took the statement from the police officer, who is not a doctor, and ran with that as fact, and now the UK media has also ran with that as fact, when in reality experts believe that this officer may have just had a placebo effect, where because he touched the white powder he believed that he had come into contact with drugs. This is a proven thing that occurs in the mind, and bear in mind as well, this deputy was also a trainee. They say that he wore gloves and safety glasses, so this means that he didn't have any skin contact and didn't inhale it. The sheriff told the San Diego News that the department assumed such exposure could result in an overdose. He said, if we were misinformed, so be it. We are trying to correct it, he told the newspaper. But obviously, this has already gone around the world now. There's no way to come back from this. This is what I mean by the misleading perception that sometimes is given in the media. And in this case, the media has worked with the police and not even fact-checked them. So the media are no longer questioning what the police are doing or saying. They're just taking what they say. That's not what journalism is about. Journalism is to question what has occurred and also to find the answers in case somebody has been mistaken, as was the case here. Researchers who have studied overdoses from fentanyl exposure among emergency response services say that they believe it is a contributing factor is the nocebo effect, which is a phenomenon where they believe they encountered a toxic substance and therefore feel they are under the influence. So what this actually means is this deputy potentially fainted or had a panic attack. So currently, an online petition has been organised by Dr. Ryan Marino, a toxicology expert and professor who has urged all news organisations to correct what was said by the sheriff and the account. They said that he was signed by more than 350 drug experts and medical professionals. And they said this is dangerous misinformation that can cause harm to both people who use opioids and also members of law enforcement who are involved in seizing them. So this is a massive, massive story and has big consequences, because at the end of the day, if all you're going to do is fearmonger when it comes to drugs and not actually deal with the reality and the root causes, then there's no solution ever going to be achieved. So this letter that these 350 doctors have signed says, "We are writing as drug experts and medical health professionals, first responders, public health researchers, drug journalists, and people with lived experience. We are writing to request a retraction and correction of a recent article that perpetuates a myth that casual contact with potent synthetic opioids such as fentanyl poses a health risk to first responders. This is dangerous misinformation that can cause harm to both people who use the drug and also responders." The American College of Medical Toxicology and American Academy of Clinical Toxicology convened a task force, and they released a statement in 2017 that concluded that initial contact would not cause an overdose. So I really want to see this correction being made by the media. So basically, these deputies dramatically over-exaggerated what was happening at this time. So 350 doctors have said that media outlets need to correct this story. So that includes the Daily Mail, the Independent newspaper, the Guardian newspaper, and dozens of other publications in the UK who have misled you. So I'd really appreciate it if you shared this story, because even though it happened in America, there's loads of examples of exaggerated drug abuse and misleading stories where the media has worked with the police to deceive you. So I'd really appreciate it if you shared this story, and please drop a comment and like as well. The Scarcity merchandise is now available on the website, so please don't forget to join us and support the channel in any way that you can. I really appreciate you joining me. I'll be back again very shortly with some more news. Peace.
Synthetic opioid fentanyl, which is 50 times more potent than heroin. Fentanyl overdoses are on the rise throughout our county. Every day, deputies recover fentanyl in our communities, and the county jails are not immune either to the dangers of this drug. Every week, sheriff's deputies intercept fentanyl entering our facilities. When inmates overdose on fentanyl, smuggled into our jails, deputies and nurses are saving dozens of lives every month by administering naloxone, a medicine used to rapidly reverse the effects of the overdose. Fentanyl deaths in California have increased almost 46% in just the last year. Being exposed to just a few small grains of fentanyl